been engaged on since our mandate from the province, previous Provincial People's Assembly, which was held on the 7th to the 9th September 2018. As a Marxist and Marxist Leninist and Fononan organization, we believe that it is only through a socialist transformation program that we will end in the suffering of our people. The existence of the organization is to fight for gardeners, domestic workers, petrol attendants, farm workers, and mine workers, unemployed and indigenous people in South Africa who has not achieved economic freedom. They are still not paid a living wage and working in a poor working conditions. The unemployment rate is increasing quarterly by quarter. Therefore, the EFF must remain a shining light at the end of the tunnel and fight against the inequalities, injustice, and persecution of the black child. As the organization, we took part in 2 national and provincial elections and 2 local government elections. In 2014, we achieved 4.9% versus the ANC, which achieved 64.4%. In 2016, we achieved 8.2% versus the ANC's 43.9%. In 2019, we achieved 9.7% versus the ANC, which achieved 57%. In 2021, we achieved 10.6% versus the 50% of the ANC. We are using the ANC as a measure to our performance as it is a governing political party. It is evident with these statistics that we are consistently increasing our support base and grow as an organization, while the ANC is decreasing in each and every election. This is a sign that we are doing very well. However, we must work even harder moving forward. From these statistics, it is further demonstrated that we can dethrone the ANC as the governing party in our province, but we must make thorough assessment on how we can achieve that. Presently, we are just focusing on certain areas in the province, like JTG and Kimberley, where we are busy reaching our ceiling of growth. We had not yet explored the full capacity of Uppington DR and Springbok. Groundwork through our membership, support base, and branches to achieve this goal, to bring the ANC under 50%. We must make more financial and human resources. We must make financial and human resources available into Pixley, ZF, Magau, Sianda, and Namakwa regions. With 2014 national and provincial elections, the local government elections 2016, and we had 38 public reps. And with 2019 and provincial local government elections 2021, we are now increasing our public reps to 55 public reps. For the first time in the history of the EFF in the Northern Cape, we can proudly boast of winning 4 wards during the local government elections of 2021, and also win another ward during the Pokwani by-elections. All these wards mentioned above, the EFF has taken from the ANC. The wards are located as follows: 2 in Zomerolong Municipality, Ward 6 and Ward 7, and 1 in Thembelihle Municipality, Ward 5, and 1 in Karieberg, Ward 1. We have also contested the by-elections in Pokwani Municipality, which falls under the Francis Bath region, and has won it from the ANC. This is a total, gives us a total of 5 wards in the province. We currently have a mayor in Thembelihle municipality falls under Pixley-Kasemi region. We are contested as the EFF in local government elections in 2021 have resulted in 10 hang municipalities, which have resulted that the ANC no longer control all municipalities on their own in the province. All these victories and successes are a direct result of our committed volunteers, public reps, branch, as well as guidance from the region and provincial leadership. The public reps operate on a code of conduct which demands that from them that they avail them 24 hours and have buckets to service the communities. It is also expected from our public reps to adopt clinics and schools. We therefore urge all public reps to adhere to the code of conduct. We as public reps must intensify putting motions in the legislature and municipalities to better service delivery and accountability of the governing party. As public reps, we must keep organizing in the public eye to convey the political mandate of the community.
Comrades, we need to have that silence so that we can be able to absorb the political report. We request that you should really give the chair that opportunity to read the report for you. Please, can we please stop having meetings in this meeting? Thank you very much, Chair.
The Northern Cape is rich in minerals and is the biggest contributors of iron ore, manganese, lime, dolomite, and other commodities in the export market. However, the minerals does not have any benefits to our people as it is being transported out of the province. We needed to put more pressure on these mining companies for beneficiation of our people. It is also a known fact that with all these mines in our province, our unemployment rate is above 30% and 41% under our youth. As our organization stands for economic freedom in our lifetime, it is clear that we have not put enough pressure on the mining companies to employ our youth. We as the province must pursue our cardinal pillar number 2 and 5 to eradicate unemployment rate and specifically the unemployment rate of our youth. Our first effort in pressurizing mining companies to look into the unemployment was the march we had to Kumba mine in June 2022. We thank all fighters and ground forces who came in their numbers in harsh weather conditions to highlight our stance against unemployment. Most of the communities where these mines are mining have a lack of service delivery. There is no accountability of the mines to uplift the communities and contributions of service delivery in specific municipalities. As the province, we must put more pressure on the mines to implement the social and labor plans, and our fighters in these areas must become active in pursuing our cardinal pillars number 2 and 5. More pressure must also be put on the provincial government to establish mining companies in the province. More than 30% of the land belongs to the state. With 2019 mining manifesto of the ANC, they promised to distribute some of this land and farms to our people without compensation. But to date, nothing has happened. Our cardinal pillar number 1 states that we as the EFF must make sure that these land and farms must be transferred to our people. As much as that the province are enjoying investment with regards to renewable energy throughout the province, our people in the province does not benefit financially from any of these projects, as much of the contracts and workers are from other provinces. As the people of the province, we have not experienced any benefit of these projects as we also suffer under load shedding. Agriculture is a major contributor within the Northern Cape province. More than 75% of the land within the province belong to the white people, and 25% is divided between the state and the black people. With the state owning majority of the 25%, even though the state owns land around the province, the previous disadvantaged people of South Africa is still not benefiting from it. Our people work for years on these farms, and when the time comes to retire because of old age or poor health, these people are not compensated accordingly and removed from the farms. Student Command. The Northern Cape have one university located in Solplaatje municipality and 6 FET colleges across the province. We have branch structures at the university which are active and have regular programs in conjunction with the region. We do not have any members or structures at any of these FET colleges across the province. During 2019, we had health programs where all regions organized marches and pickets at health facilities to highlight the plight of poor health conditions and service delivery to our people. This was also in line with our national manifesto of having healthcare services on a 24-hour basis. Our public reps were keen in submitting motions in legislatures as well as in municipalities. This year, 2022, is the year of the branch where our national target is 1 million members, of which the Northern Cape must contribute 50,000 members to achieve the national target. All regions in the province have been allocated the target to achieve the provincial total of 50,000. JTG region was the first region in the province and also nationally to achieve this target allocated to them. I think you can give yourself a hand clap. We as the organization have lodged complaints to the public protector with regard to the PPA tenders, which was then referred to the SIU, and we are waiting for the final report from the public protector's office and the SIU. We also have opened a corruption charge case against Samani Soul with regards to the Tanzania trip. We have had engagements with the Hawks to determine the progress on the case and awaits further feedback. Our provincial as well as regional labor desks have assisted in a lot of cases lodged at our offices, and we have settled on good number of cases in and outside mediation. The EFF is a Pan-Africanist organization which seeks to unite Africa as one, to grow the economy of Africa as also as one, and to have one currency in the continent. To achieve this, we as South Africans must accept that we are Africans and allow other Africans in our country and treat them as brothers and sisters. As fighters, we cannot support this notion that South Africans' resources is just for South Africa. Therefore, it is our responsibility as fighters to protect our brothers and sisters from other countries and welcome them in our country. In conclusion, in moving forward to 2020-24 national elections and provincial elections, we as the province need to capitalize on the weaknesses of the ANC. Example, creating a permanent presence in all wards, which includes Springbok, Uppington and DR, and throughout the province to get more media exposure, building relations with mining companies to invest more in the province, to evaluate the growing unemployment amongst our youth, and hold the national and provincial government responsible for deteriorating state of the province. We should put more emphasis on the organization's cardinal pillar 1, 2, and 5. In terms of the national target of 1 million votes, it is our utmost importance that we revive all branches to participate in the Red Friday campaigns as well as any other activities. This will result in our organization growing, and we will achieve much more when working together as a unit and not in silos. Therefore, it is of utmost importance that the incoming leadership should always engage with branches and members to have a real feel of what is happening on the ground. Incoming leadership should ensure that election structures are put in place in all VDs, wards and regions. I also wish to take this opportunity to thank the dedicated ground forces, branches, regions, and all PCT members, including the national deployees, for their undivided support and cooperation during my term as the provincial chairperson of this vast province. Lastly, I want to thank my family who has been always supporting me and allowing me to serve this organization. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissar Chair. That was our political report. Now, without any waste of time, since we have wasted enough time, we are going to engage the political report. I will take 3 hands that side, 4 hands that side, and 4 hands here to allow engagement on this political report. Can we have those hands? Let's get the hands from this line. Can we have hands from this line? All right. I can't see properly at the back, so you must bear with me. There is a gentleman there with black t-shirt. It's number 1, and then number 2 is the one next to him, and then number 3, it's the leader here, Leader Tito. I've got only 3 hands in this side. And then, can you please, I can't see, I don't want to say you are a male or a female because I don't see you properly. Yes, you are number 4. You are number 4. Thank you very much. And then we will come and get 4 hands here. Let's collect the 4 hands here. It's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. There is a gentleman there with the sunglasses or the spectacles. All right, that is number 4. Thank you very much. This side, in that fashion, number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Number 1.
Ke Namasia Joseph Setlodi go tswa ko Ward 6 ga Segonyana. Pele ke tsena mo reporto e ba gaetsho ga rena di reporto a ene lo itse go di delegates tse di tleng di kae ba re leohe so ke kopa gore re kry di reporto ba gaetsho ga rena le reporto mo morago mo yana ke tsene mo ntle ke tletse.
All right, just pause there. He's reporting that they did not receive the copies there at the back. Before he can ask the question, he was concerned that they did not receive the report at the back there. All right, it's noted. We will attend to it. Shoot to the question now. Let's go to the questions.
Chairperson, gona le se so se tlodile. Gona le di ghost payment. Le makala di siwa mo reportong e. A re bolelela gore ke batho ba le kae ba ntse ba patala re sa itse ene ba duetswe bokae. En go dirilwe ka batho bao. Ke a leboga.
All right, I believe the leadership has noted the question. Or maybe I should attempt to translate the question for those who cannot read. The fighter at the back there is actually saying in the report of the chair, there is no indication of those who were contracted with the legislature as to how many people were hired there and how many of them, how much were they paid. That is actually the question that is actually highlighting that he doesn't see it reflecting on the report. That question should be noted as such. Can we take the second hand?
Thank you, Chairperson. Oyemeng ke Jeffrey Letebele, the Regional Secretary of John Taulo. The region that is the region elogoring irigile target amongst Africa. My question is, Chairperson, it seems like we are in a commission. This is not commission. Marhariako, page 4. It says 75% of land.
Paragraph, which paragraph?
Page 4.
Which paragraph? Page 4.
The last paragraph that begins with
Thank you.
agriculture.
Thank you.
Iri 75% of land within the province belongs to the white people. 25 is divided between black and the state. But what did the province do? Because the land is belonging to the white monopolies. So Sarah Bolelelwa, province, it's a action if to fight for our land. Kipucho ya kaiwa so kinukupa gore bare bolelele gore ba dirileng as province. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I don't know if I should rephrase the question. Are you all conversant with the question? Oh, thank you. Thank you. The third hand should be the lady here, yes. And then the last will be Fighter Tito.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sebongile from Solplaiki, Ward 11. My question is based around the topic of the student command. I'm getting a little bit concerned, Master Chair. As the province is aware about the colleges, and the province is aware that people like us have been assisting students at the college when there's always a misunderstanding between the students and the management. So I just wanted to find out when and how will the leadership intend to open the branches at the college, because they're very important at some point.
Thank you very much. Number 4.
Mandla,
Wait.
my name is Lebogang Tito from Ward 31, Solplaiki, Francis Park region. Good our GPS. My question goes straight to DSG. Commissar, did you come here to collapse our
Point
conference?
of order. Comrade. Point of order. Comrade.
Did you come here to collapse our conference? Commissar?
We have requested that we should be disciplined, comrade. Comrade, discipline is a character of a fighter. It cannot be that we address the political report and then an individual misleads the chair and raises a hand to say he wants to participate on that item, only to say what, fighter, you are out of order. You must never do that again. Please, you must never do that. We are engaging the political report. That's where we are now. So we are requesting that we should abide by such. Let's move number 1 in this lane. Can we have your question, sir?
Thank you very much, leadership. My name is Ricardo Stein from Francis Bartet region, Pokwani sub-region, Ward 9. Mine is a very short leadership. Chairperson, on your report, political report actually, I think the one of 2018 was better than this thing that we are having here. Because of this report that we are having in front of us here, is more organizational than political. And on page 5, on page 4 and page 5, on page 4, this issue of agriculture and the land, that is something that you are stating to us that this is the 75% of land are being owned, but there are nothing that you are telling us that after that 75% of land, because you are the head of governance, what have you done to fight for that land and so on, leadership? And then the other issue that I want to correct, Chairman, is the issue of I don't know what is here, is it Fanonian or what, but I think you wanted to say Fanon or Fanonism. Because of this sentence alone states very clear that you did not write your own political report. Thank you very much.
Okay, that question that you asked, I think it was the same question that was asked by, so you reiterated it. I hope it's noted and it can be duly answered. Number 2.
Thank you. Siabulela Marco from Tembeli, Region Ward 4. Chairperson, on page 3, as the GTU head in the province, I've traveled the province of the Northern Cape, and still I've seen public reps who don't have buggies, and it's almost been a year now. What are you going to do about that, Chair? Because it's been almost a year now since they were in council. Secondly, Chair, you alluded here about the mines around the Northern Cape. My question is, what did you do as the leadership of the EFF? Or should we rather wait for the CIC to come and have a march again? Why don't you tackle that issue as the leaders here in the province? And lastly, you are so fortunate to have the university and those colleges in Kimberley. But as the political head, it should have been your responsibility, Chairperson, to go and give those students political education so that they can establish those branches there in those colleges. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Comrades, I want to emphasize what is happening. Stick to the item. You just ask your questions, and then it's getting noted, and we move like that. Number 3.
Thank you very much. My name is Derek Yeso. I'm from Tsansabani, Ward 6, ZFM region. Yeah, on page 3, Chairperson, Commissar Bartman, I think I was part of the PCT meeting that lamented on the amendments and other things to be done here. But unfortunately, with regards to public reps, I don't see that note that we elaborated on. We have members of legislature, and it seems there's a deliberate attempt to make public reps only about councillors. But there are members in provincial legislature. There are 3 members. And there's basically just the progress regarding councillors here. So the chairperson must tell us, what did those 3 members of legislature do within their term in that office? We want clarity on that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, you can stand so that you can see where you are. That's it.
Yeah, I get to medicine. Nakena huitsi modimo altere ke tswa ko Phokwane municipality ko O3. Chairman, more political report I heard that you raised the issue of 2019 of health facilities and pickets, all of that. And then on your statement, you also talked about poor condition and services that our people receiving in the facilities of this province. But Chairman, mine actually is to remind you about the premier of this province, which is Zamane Sol, who went live in the national television and lied about health care facilities, especially in Francis Bard, and the leadership that you led was quiet. Load shedding. Okay, I'm here. Chairman, mine actually is to raise this issue. The organization, especially in this province, always raise the issues that affect our people. We picket, we march, but we don't get any solution. So I want to be in your shoes as you stood up there and said you are wishing the incoming leadership to do much better than what you did for the past 8 years. So I'm saying to them, they must go out and fight, and we encourage them also not to sit back and be there in front without doing anything. So I also wish you well, the chairman of Northern Cape, as you will be going home after this conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think that was the last hand. I think that was the last hand. If there is 2 hands this side, I can give them. If there is another 2 hands there, I can give them. Can maybe you guys help me with the light? I can't see if there are any hands. Okay, there is a comrade here with the white paper. I'll only take 2 this side and take 2 that side, not more than that. And there is a gentleman also here who's waving also a page here. Thank you very much. All right, I think I should listen to Commissar. Is there a lady? I don't see them. Oh, thank you. Fighter Tivani, you are noted. And then let's check 2 hands on the other side. That side of Fighter Tito. All right, there is the deputy chairperson of JTG. Let's take the 2 hands that I've noted. The gentleman next to the camera and the other gentleman here with the, yes. Can we start? Number one.
Thank you, Chair. Khomotso Olaine, Ward 10 Chairperson, JTG. On page 5. On page 5, organizational report. The chairperson said there, JTG was the first region in the province and also nationally to reach the target. But now, Chair, we are sitting in a situation now. The chairperson says that Provincial chairperson says that JTG was the first region. Now we are sitting with a situation now, as we are seated here in the assembly. The regional chairperson of JTG has been suspended. And
that question, it does not resonate with the political report. Can we leave the issues of DC to DC, as this case is with the disciplinary committee? Can you ask another question?
Okay, thanks.
Thank you very much. And then the gentleman here. No, the lady here, sorry, Fighter Tivani, sorry. Fighter Tivani. Fighter Kitumeti Tivani, there she is. My apologies, Fighter Kitu. There's Mike, there's the mic next to you. Thank you. Thank you.
Chairperson, while we as organization, you have lodged complaints. So how we hold the complaint English.
I will translate.
Yeah.
Continue.
But how you receive the complaint link. And how re bolelele hore karabo ya gago lo none e sholo hetse leng.
So re kopa ke kopa gore o re bolelle gore di complain tse o di tsentse leng karabo ya go tla leng re emele go hitla leng. And as I remember, I once called you and I said to you, I told you about the stadium in Ganspan. Sa 11 million, 11.9 million. But until today, I didn't get the answer from you because we are still suffering in Ganspan Stadium. Se vandalized, it's like a dumping site today. So ke kopa go itse gore a le shone, o loditse complaint ko go shone, ko ka shone ko public protector. Ke a leboga.
No, thank you very much. Chair, you understand the question. That in the report, you have mentioned that you have. No, I'm actually translating the Chwana part that you might not have registered. The first thing she said in Chwana is that in your report, you said there are cases that you have lodged, but you don't indicate as to what cases are those, and as to when are you going to receive feedback on those cases. Then she went to ask the last one that I think you resonate with it. Thank you very much. I think I've done justice to this. Can I get that hand, that side? Oh, all right, because there's only one hand this side. Yes, we are coming to you, Deputy Chair of JTG. Yes, that one, yeah. I think it's Faitakahisho.
Thank you very much, Chair. My name is Karisho Haulehelu. I'm from Dikhathong, Ward 3, Francis Bart, the region. Chair, my question to you, because if I look on page 5 on your report, where it says that it is clear that we as the province, we haven't done enough to call the mines, to put the mines into accountability, something like that. So, Chair, the question, to run into the question is that, is there a crisis on executing tools of analysis to resolve economic crisis which existed way before the birth of the EFF? Is there a tool, is there a crisis of tools of analysis, Chair, to resolve these matters? So, Chair, this comes because of, it's been 9 years now, and the status quo still remains the same. Northern Cape is dominating with mines, but the reports do not touch anything on how the conditions of workers were changed during the term of office. I'm still going back to the question, is there a crisis of tools of analysis to resolve the matters, especially the economic crisis that we are facing in Northern Cape? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Deputy Chair, I think there was, before you speak, there was somebody who also raised a hand and I closed down. I think we should also, but go first to the Deputy Chair. Yeah, yes. And then we will then give the other comrades an opportunity. Just to make sure that because we don't see a lot of hands on this item, so we are just accommodating that other fighter. Thank you, Deputy Chair. JTG.
Kena Deputy Chairperson fighter choro ya one ke gakilwe lo tla intshwarela go bua ka dikodu ke ela gore ke a bobola ga ke na tsogo entle potso ya ka go chairperson ke gore potso ya ntlha ke gore jaaka EFF e bua e re ha o le moeteledipele o sa voutelwa ke dipalopalo ga wa tshwanela ke setilo sewa jaanong ene ka kry-ile 11 votes mo branching ya gagwe ka 2021 e bine le provincial chair ke kopa gore conference e resolve ka branch ya gagwe e sa producing 100 votes potso ya bobedi ke gore ke eng sa ka se kayang hela jaaka se o ka se kayang contribution ya gagwe mo nakong e kana e o e tseileng le rona 8 years mo mokgatlong ya bohelo ke gore political report mo page 6 for number 4 ga re amogele mo conferenceng ye because report e ga e khatlisi ke a leboga.
Oh, thank you very much. I think I must just reiterate the Tswana version of your question. She's asking that organizationally, there was this issue of those public reps who have received less 100 votes in their wards. Like you have received 11 votes. Why, what have you done about it, and what's supposed to happen about it? I think that was the question. And from there, she says this is not a report. It's not a political report. Thank you very much. Yes, Fighter.
I Fighter Provincial Links from Mahareng, the secretary of a branch, Ward 6. I adopt this political report.
Comrade,
as the
Fighter,
chair. Fighter, I'm going to my question right now.
Thank you.
Please, fighters, can we please, when we ask questions, we must go straight to the questions because people are wasting time for nothing. So can we just go straight to the question, please?
All right. Comrades, you must remember this is two critical items on this agenda. It's the political report and the organizational report. And they must be engaged. And comrades, I'm the only one as the presiding chair to can give you an opportunity to move and second on any matter here. You cannot just rise and say you are moving. I must give that avenue for this meeting to do so. Please, let's encourage each other in terms of discipline. Let's encourage each other. Yes, what is your point of order? I'm asking, what is this? They are giving him mic. What is your point of order?
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Chairperson, I think that you did not translate properly what the Deputy Chairperson of GTG said. I heard her saying that as this conference, we can't accept this political report, and you did not state it. You understand, Chair? So I'm seconding that. Thank you very much.
All right. Remove the seconding. I think he was just assisting the meeting in terms of translation. Yes, I might have not made mention of that part, but it's acknowledged, Chair. Just note it also. Yes, leader, with the, yes.
Fighters, leadership. My name is Simon Lekau, Ward 33, Solplaiki. Mine is just point of order in regards to the last speaker, in regards to being chairperson and 11 votes from a particular branch, his own branch. So mine is, there is a PPA. So what is the reason for PPA? Because the chairperson of the province is not elected by a branch, but by the PPA. So I call you to order.
All right. Thank you very much. Comrades, I will not close out. I see there is a hand here, and there is a hand there, and there is a hand there. I can't see properly, but bear with me. I'm going to take last three hands, and then I'm closing, comrades. Otherwise, we are going to sit here the whole night. I was encouraged not to close out people, but also be realistic. So I've done so. I'm allowing people, and also I'm realistic. Three, and then we are moving. Yes, sir. And as you raise your hand, I'll see only 3 hands.